Distribution oftentimes trumps the best product. And I think as a product leader, you typically think that the best product will win, but generally that's just not true. Distribution can absolutely trump product 10 times over many, 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 many times. And I think part of watching the power of Google distribution, the power of Facebook distribution, the power of YouTube distribution sort of reinforce that. You can just see like a lot of products that the companies launched that were not necessarily the best products in the space, but achieve meaningful user adoption because of the distribution. So that's one thing. The second is really operational excellence, which is untied to the overall product philosophy, which is I think I lived in an era at Google where operational excellence was valued extremely. And being able to operate very quickly, being able to set aggressive goals, march toward them, gather a team, and then actually deliver on them. I think that's one of the key skills that I learned at Google, at Facebook, at YouTube in spades. And I think it's actually helped me dramatically as an investor, at least being aware of the operational challenges and then also operating a fund and making sure that the fund operates efficiently. Unlike, most venture capital firms are not necessarily known for operating very efficiently and necessarily getting back to founders in a reasonable amount of time and running their processes cleanly. But that's one of the things that we try to do at Blink Capital to make sure that the founders have a good experience.
From personal experience, I can say that you are the fastest text responder I've ever met in my life, which is such a breath of fresh air, especially when things are on fire. So I can certainly attest to that.
Our goal as a team is that we want to be working the same hours as entrepreneurs are working at Blink Capital. I think people are working at Blink Capital because they love it, not because they have to. It's a privilege and an opportunity to work with great founders. LPs ask me this all the time. What keeps you motivated? And I think what's really interesting is I get to do my hobby as a full-time job. When you look at the roles out there, there's not that many roles that are A, fun, in that you get to work with a lot of founders that are motivated, looking to change the world. B, a learning experience that you can learn about new different areas and new sectors all the time. C, you're on the cutting edge of technology rather than the lagging edge. And then D, you can actually have a good profession. So like when you have these things all sort of the confluence of it, it's a really, really kind of lucky role. And I think that the people on our team actually also really see it as an opportunity